Hello students. In this lecture video, I'm going to explain about determination of design lateral force by using equivalent static method. So as you know, earthquake lateral force analysis can be performed by using equivalent static force analysis and by dynamic analysis. So in equivalent static force analysis, we are converting a dynamic force into a equivalent static force. The dynamic analysis can be performed by using response spectrum method and also by using time history analysis. So let us solve one example problem on equivalent static lateral force method. The question is like this. Plan and elevation of 4-story reinforced concrete office building is shown in figure. The details of the buildings are as follows. Number of stories are 4. The building is located in zone 3. Live load is 3 kN per meter square. Column size is 450 by 450 mm. Beam size is 250 by 400 mm. Thickness of the slab is 150 mm. Thickness of the wall is 120 mm. Importance factor is 1. Structure type is ordinary moment resistant frame building. So we have to calculate design seismic lateral load and story shear force distribution. So this is the plan and elevation which is given. So total length here it is 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 7.5, it is 22.5. It is a square building. So here number of floors are ground floor, first floor, second floor and the terrace floor. Total height is 12 meters. So this problem can be solved by considering infill masonry and also without considering the infill masonry. Let us consider stiffness of infill masonry. So the first step is computation of seismic weights. So by assuming unit weight of concrete as 25 kN per meter cube and 22.5 kN per meter cube for masonry, the slab dead load due to the self weight of slab is 22.5 into 22.5. This is the entire size of the plan along x direction, also along y direction, into 0.15 is the thickness of the slab multiplied density. So it is 1898.40 kilonewton. Then for beams, self weight of beam per unit length is 0.25 into 0.4 is the size of the beam into density is 25. So it is 2.5 kilonewton per meter. The total length is 4 into 22.5 into 2. That means, so there are 4 beams along x direction. The length is 22.5. Similarly, it is multiplied with 2 because for x and also for the y direction. Y direction also the length of the beam is 22.5. So hence it is 4 into 22.5 into 2, so 180 meters. Dead load due to self weight of the beam is total length multiplied by the self weight of the beam. It is 450 kilonewton. Then columns. Self weight of column per unit length is size of the column, it is 0.45 into 0.45 multiplied density of the concrete. So it is 5.0625 kilonewton per meter. Dead load due to the self weight of the column is, so total there are 60 numbers. So 16 into 5.0625 the self weight multiplied by 3. 3 is the height of the column. So it is 243 kilonewton. Then walls. Self weight of the wall per unit length is 0.12 is the thickness of the wall, 3 is the height multiplied by density. So it is 7.2 kilonewton per meter. Then total length is 4 into 22.5 into 2, it is 180 meters. Dead load due to self weight of the wall is 7.2 into density into 4, it is 648 kilonewton. So live load we should take 25% up to and including live load of 3 kilonewton we have to take 25%. So it is mentioned in IS 1893. So it is 0.25 into 3 multiplied by the area of the floor, it is 380 kilonewton. Now load on all floors is 1898 plus 380 plus 450 plus 243 plus 648. So it is the load from slabs, beams, columns, walls and from the live load. So total is 3619 kilonewton. Load on roof slab. So usually we are taking live load on slab is 0. So hence it is W4 is, that is the load on the roof, it is 2793.5 kilonewton. Therefore total seismic weight is 3619 into 3, that is the first floor, second floor, third floor plus terrace floor. So it is 13,650.5 kilonewton. Then fundamental natural period. The TA is equal to 0.09 h by root d. H is the total height 12, d is the base dimension 22.5, so it is 0.2277. So this is a moment resisting frame with infill wall. For without the infill we have different formula. Then spectral acceleration. So type of soil is medium soil. TA is 0.2277 seconds. So by referring the code book IS 1893 SA by G, we're getting 2.5. So zone factor for zone 3 Z is 0.16. It is also mentioned in the code book. Importance factor is given 1. Response reduction factor for ordinary moment resisting from response reduction factor is 3. This you can refer IS 1893 part 2 2016. So horizontal acceleration coefficient AH is Z by 2 into SA by G into I by R. So 0.16 by 2 into 2.5 into 1 by 3. So AH is 0.00667. So VB is equal to, that is the base shear is AH in W. So W is the seismic weight, total seismic weight. So VB is 910.0333 kilonewton. So then story lateral forces and shear forces are calculated and tabulated in the following table. So we have to distribute the lateral force along the height of the building. So here the floor level, fourth floor, that is terrace floor, third, second, first floor. So weight of the seismic weight in each floor it is mentioned here. Then height of the each floor. So WA into HI square. Then QA. Then story shear. The story shear can be calculated by adding the story forces of each floor. So here the VA story shear for the third floor is story shear of the terrace floor plus QA of third floor. So that gives 737.35. So similarly 875.57 is 737.35 plus 138.14. Then story shear force are calculated as follows. So V4 is equal to Q4, it is 426.53 kilonewton. And V3 is V4 plus Q3, 426.53 plus 310.82 is 735.7.35. So this is how these values are calculated. Then so here the first diagram indicates lateral force distribution. So 34.54 kilonewton for the first floor, similarly 426.53 kilonewton for the terrace floor. Then the diagram to the right side indicates shear force distribution. So the shear force will be maximum at the base and it goes on decreasing, and it is minimum at the terrace floor. Okay, thank you.